the Bears trade Roquan Smith to the Ravens for a second and a fifth. Roquan Smith leading the NFL in tackles.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that? I did not know that until I watched this morning where they had his entire stat line up on ESPN. Leads the NFL in tackles. He's going to the Baltimore Ravens defense, who I think is a bunch of dogs, right? People said they've been were exposed early. New defense coordinator because Wink Martindale's out of there. They're saying some of the corners maybe couldn't cover anybody. You bring in a guy that's leading the NFL in tackles. That has to be a good thing. Bears fans obviously watching, this trade and Quinn's trade and wondering what the hell we're trying to do on the defense side of the ball, able to put up points. I think they got a vision for the future. I assume old Cuzzy's very happy he got traded, Roquan, because after Quinn got traded, he seemed visibly distraught about it all. Now he goes to Baltimore. Great fit for that defense, I assume. And what do you think Baltimore's thinking with this trade?
That's the type of player they like over there. I mean, he's downhill, he's hard-nosed, he's going to hit people. Mix him with Queen. They got a hell of a linebacking core now.
You played for the Ravens. Harbaugh. Harbaugh, good guy, just likes dogs. Like what type of coach? He's a hard ass coach or no?
He is. He comes from that Andy Reid tree, so it's beat you up during training camp, build you back up for the year, and I mean it's the culture there is unbelievable. It starts from up top, starts with him, and I mean they got.
Why won't they pay a little more?
Business, isn't that what Ed Reed said? Business.
Well, Ed Reed said that he needs to start treating the games
think
like
about
it's
it.
business. If they're going to treat it like it's business. You need to treat it like it's business, too. That's what they're telling you this is. I understand that. But I like them making a move. I like the Ravens making a play. I enjoy any of these teams that utilize this trade deadline and say, I want to make our team better. There's only a few teams at the moment that appear to be on their way. And we'll see those teams make moves today somehow because those teams want to continue to get better and better where everybody else is almost maybe planning for next year or the future or a rebuild or a readjustment period here for the next few weeks during November. So I'm excited the teams are making moves. The Ravens are one of them. Lead the AFC North. They are big-time favorites to win the AFC North. They add another weapon on defensive side.
Is this kind of a sign of the times? Because now they do have two starting linebackers, and with like last year or a couple years ago, people would have said, I mean, majority of the time you only have one linebacker on the field, but now people are running more. So we're seeing
cyclical. Say it. The game is cyclical.
The game is cyclical.
Oh, yeah.
The game is cyclical. You talk about whenever the air raid offense hit college ball. And then quarterbacks were starting to transition in the NFL. And then guys started doing it in the NFL. It became like the thing. And then rules started changing for fantasy football, in sports gambling, in statistics, and ratings. And there was hits that were eliminated from the game, coverages that were eliminated from the game. It's like, hey, you need to be throwing the ball. And everybody got faster and smaller and quicker. And combine times are faster than they had ever been. You run a 4.6 nowadays, you're fucking slow. 4.6 is slow when everybody's running 4.3s. Back in the day, it was 4.4 was the fucking number that we're looking for. You actually hear Chuck still go, hey, this guy fo-fo. It's like fo-fo is now slow. That is like average time. The game got much faster, much quicker, much more wide open. And then when you would talk to people that were big meathead football people back in the day, people like Vrabel, people like AQ, people like AJ, they're like, once everybody starts getting small, though, somebody's going to start just beating people up. And it was like, well, how long do you think it's going to be? Because they're changing rules to make these games be wide open and everything. He's like, it normally takes like about a generation or so. And I was like, is that an accurate guess? Is that what is happening in the NFL right now? Because it feels like run schemes are getting more sophisticated. That might be because we're in the trenches learning about them every single week. So maybe you should take a little bit of credit for that. But it feels like run games are becoming a much more important part of whether or not you're going to be a team or you're not going to be a team. And has it always been this way, or did it change for a little bit?
No, I think it's always cyclical. Is that the word we're using, right? So it's
no, it's not just us. We didn't create the fucking word. Webster did, I think.
Okay, perfect. Well, that's the word. So you had when I came in, it was Jamal Williams, it was Vince Wilfork, it was Casey Hamptons, right? Then they get phased out, and it's J.J. Watt, Aaron Donald, all those guys. And then look who got drafted this past year, Big Jordan Davis, right? Like the big boys are going to start. You're going to see that monster down in Florida. What's he weigh? 405 pounds. You're going to start seeing those guys starting to kind of roll back in because the run games are taking off.
Because they're going to be able to take advantage of the littler guys.
100%.